Hello, and welcome to the Games Conversation channel. If you're a usual viewer, you know we typically play Let's Plays here of great Nintendo games, but today we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna look at the top 5 new reveals from today's Nintendo Direct from June 2024. So let's get into the top 5 new reveals. We're gonna go in order of the Direct itself. So these aren't in any particular order, but I'll definitely let you know my feelings. The first brand new reveal that I just really loved, obviously, the new Mario and Luigi game, Brothership. It seems really cool, and what I like most about it, I mean, the graphics look great, the kind of cartoony style that's present in all the older Mario and Luigi games really comes through, and like, it just looks really neat, like it looks really animated. But what I really love about it is, and these games always do a good job at this, but this one in particular, it's called Brothership, and there's a shot of them kind of grabbing each other's hands, and that seems to be where their power comes from. It seems like they're really playing up kind of that brother relationship between the two. I think that's just something cool that they play up, and this game looks to be all about that. And I'm excited to play that. I don't know, I wonder how it's gonna stack up against Super Mario RPG remake and the Thousand Year Door remake, and now we're reintroducing Mario and Luigi, so it's interesting to have like all 3 of those so close together. But, you know, I think there's room for all of them. I'm just curious maybe how they stack up. All right, the next big new reveal for me was Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Now, if you know the channel, you know that Josh and I are playing through Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Switch right now. We're really enjoying it, and we're obviously gonna continue. So it was just kind of a neat treat to see this game being brought to Switch as well. Now, I have played the Wii version. I know they redid it on the 3DS. I missed out on that, but this is definitely one I would want to go back to. It's a lot of fun, and especially in light of Tropical Freeze, it's just nice to have those as like, you know, the whole saga is available on Nintendo Switch, and I think that's pretty cool. Except for Donkey Kong 64, but beggars can't be choosers. If you haven't checked out our playthrough of Tropical Freeze, it's ongoing right now. You can click the link and start the playlist as soon as you want, after this video, of course. The third big reveal for me, and this might be personal, maybe other people are interested, but the third big reveal for me was Super Mario Party Jamboree. Now, my family loves to play games together, and one of the games we play all the time is Mario Party. But something I'm always a little bit frustrated by is why are there only 4 players in Mario Party? I have a family of 6, okay? And that means that my kids have to kind of like trade in and out, which they do well with, but why can't they all play? I don't know. My hope is with every new game announcement that's multiplayer, that Nintendo's just gonna be like, sure, everyone can play. And this one made such a big deal about being like the biggest Mario Party yet, especially with the number of characters. There's that one screenshot where like 40 characters are all just running around, including like Bowser and his people. So fingers crossed that this lets me play 6 players with my family. That'd be great. I also love that they're bringing like old boards back. I think that was such a missed opportunity in the last game. And I really hope they continue to support this game by just dropping new boards into it. That'd be icing on the cake. But either way, we're gonna get this game. It comes out in October, I think. So looking forward to that one. On a personal family level, if you like to play video games with your family, or maybe your friends, maybe you're in college, or maybe you just have neighbors nearby that like to play, or roommates or something, let me know in the comments, is Mario Party a game that you're really into? And if so, does this one seem to scratch the itch? I think it might. Next up, when you hit this part of the Direct, you know you're in kind of like the real meat and potatoes of it all, you know? There's like, oh, this is something. Because there was a little bit of a, check this out, and then a pause. And then it gets into something that you're sort of like, wait a minute, do I know what this is? They do the slow reveal of Link holding the shield, and then you realize he's fighting Ganon, and there's all these, everything's coming together, and you realize it's in the Link's Awakening engine, and it just looks so cool, but then there's like the twist. Zelda's gonna be the main character. And that's just really exciting. I know it's something that fans have wanted a lot. I personally have never really been too bothered that you can't play as Zelda, but that doesn't mean I'm not up for it. And especially watching this trailer She even does the, they have her walk out onto a cliff and you see the kingdom sprawling before her like they've done with so many other, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, they did that. I'm just really excited. This is a very different style of Zelda game. So, it was kind of a risk. They're not doing like sword slashing and stuff, but it almost makes me feel like Animal Crossing in a way with the way she's like placing furniture and stuff everywhere. It's gonna have that classic Zelda puzzles, and it's gonna have enemies, and it's gonna have all the kind of stuff you recognize, but in a different way. And I think it's really cool that they found a way to do Zelda different. For me, that was a big reveal. I had no clue about it coming. I had heard people talking about what if there's a 2D Zelda, and I think in my head I thought it would either be like Link Between Worlds or maybe even like the Oracle games being remade. But this was such a nice surprise. And obviously, they had to save it for last. But I think it was definitely the best. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Now, when they start this trailer with that tiny little kind of computery font, and it says Galactic Federation, and then you see Samus's ship fly in, and there's that like kind of chorus symphony of like the fanfare. You're just like, what? I could not believe they did it. It has been so long without this game or any word of it that I really just thought like, not that they forgot about it or that they're ignoring it, but just like they would show it if they wanted to, and they're not, and so they don't want to. But here we are, and they showed it, and it just blew my mind. Now, I'm a big fan of the Prime games. I like other Metroid games. We've played Zero Mission on our channel. Link up here if you want to watch it. We've played Metroid Prime 1, and we played Metroid Dread. The channel's a big fan of Metroid. It was a big reason of why we started our channel in the first place. So for me, I've been waiting on Metroid Prime 4. I'm excited to play Prime 2 coming up very soon on the channel. And Prime 4 just looks really good. Graphically looks stunning. I think the story looks really interesting. They've dropped all these like nuggets in different games with like secret endings in various games, and even like Federation Force had like a connection here, and so it's just neat. Like they've kept all of those ties and like bringing them forward. I love that about the Metroid series, that they're actually very concerned with lore and story and connections, and it just makes it worthwhile. Even though you have to wait a long time between games, there's a big payoff because everything's pulling forward. Well, those are my top 5 new reveals from today's Nintendo Direct. If I really had to rank them in terms of like wow factor and how cool the game looks and kind of the importance of the reveal, number 5 would be Donkey Kong Country, because it's cool and I'm glad, but ultimately not too important and not too like wow. It's cool. Number 4, I think probably is gonna be Mario Party, even though I'm really excited for me and my family. Again, it's Mario Party. Like, it's fun, but it's not gonna shake the world. Number 3, this is maybe where it gets tough. I'm gonna say Mario and Luigi at this point, just because I don't know enough about the game, but I've played enough of the other games to kind of get probably what's going on. So again, looks like a great game. Big surprise, probably a big game, honestly. But it's hard to compare with the next 2. I would say which order am I going? Number 2 is the Zelda game. And I think really, it's the wow factor that carries this one. There's something about it being more of that 2D style of game, and in that Link's Awakening engine that makes it feel a little bit like a smaller experience. But even playing Link's Awakening on the Game Boy is a big experience. So I know there's a lot to this game. I'm excited that they're trying something new. And it is groundbreaking, right? That you can play as Zelda for a game that just hasn't been done really. So that's important, and it looks great. But bar none, above all, top reveal Metroid Prime 4. We've been waiting so long. This is truly like a mountaintop moment for Metroid fans, for the Prime series fans, and it just looked good. I think Nintendo really knew what they were doing when they were building this Direct, because there's so many like good announcements. They came out with a bang with Mario and Luigi, and they really wrapped it up with this sort of like mic drop moment of like, here's your Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, that's my top 5 reveals. if I have to put them in an order. If you stuck around this long, you got to see my order, maybe you would have guessed it. Is it your order? Are there other reveals that you would have highlighted that I left out? I just did a top 5, but maybe you thought